I want you to understand that we live in a world where everybody's opinion counts.
Yes, now
and food is very diverse that you can twist any recipe. If you don't want to use garlic, it is fine. You have the choice of watching my recipe and taking off the garlic and use it that way. So it's from the space of me trying to build a positive community that I try to stay as politically, correct as possible, because I try to give people the room of choosing whatever they like, despite what I feel. So now I'm talking about, why do you have to eat pepper? Why do you eat pepper a lot?
How did you start? How did you even bear the idea even way back in school?
Nigerians say you're a leader of tomorrow. But then I would look at those people, they told us that when we were in there. We were 10, 20, 30, 40, and they're still there.
So yes, I had a lot of energy and I wanted to do things a certain way, and I was rude here and I was doing that. Eventually, I was fired.
Were you able to use any of your knowledge in promoting your business?
It's so complicated because I'm such a multifaceted person. I mean, we started in England. Good Hair started in England. Eventually, had to open something in Nigeria.
All hair is processed. You cannot take hair from a donor and put it into your head.
Once you're a public figure, you become a target.
Look at all the companies we started. We have board members from Nigeria, but also from around the world, because we want to build world-class companies that outlive us.
Welcome to Omon's Couch, an entrepreneurship and career talk show where we help young entrepreneurs and professionals reach their full potential. My name is Omon, your darling host, and I'll be bringing you amazing guests who have seen it all to educate and inspire you with their story. Our guest today is a culinary sensation and certified chef, renowned for her expertise in Nigerian cuisines. As the founder of Diary of a Kitchen Lover, she has transformed the food blogging landscape, captivating audiences with her innovative recipes and engaging content. She's none other than Tolani Tayo-Osikoya, popularly known as Chef T. Let's welcome her to Omon's Couch. Chef T is in the building.
I'm actually super excited to be here.
Hi, bestie.
Yes, that's true.
Yes, I'm a bestie.
I remember meeting you at that event.
Yes.
And we had the chit chat. I was like,
yes,
this lady is so cool.
Oh my.
And then I got home, I was just in my husband. I met this very beautiful lady.
I love that.
And this one, I told him that, do you remember the lady I told you about at that event? She's like, oh wow, okay, this is why you're coming there.
So, yeah, thank you so much.
I love Omon's Couch. I watch it a lot.
Thank you.
Nice to meet
And
you.
thank you for supporting our brand. And we are supporting and rooting for you.
Of course.
Always. You are a superstar, and I'm sure you know that. I need you to embrace that, because that is what you have become, and that's what you will continue to be, and even bigger. In Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you.
Well done, well done. So we have Chef T in the building, aka the Diary of a Kitchen Lover, and I'm sure all of you who have watched her show for over 7 years can relate to what I'm saying, that sometimes when you're watching her show, you feel you want to go into that video, eat some of those food, share with her, do everything. But I think one thing that passes across to me while watching her show is the effortlessness. It's so beautiful. I know, yes, we don't see what is behind the camera. I know you have to take the takes many times, but there's something so beautiful, and your passion and your love for it shows so much. More than most people that you see that doing a cooking show. So I think you're doing a marvelous job, and you're doing so many things. Let me not even talk too much. Let's delve into you, Chef T. We want to know the woman behind that brand. We want to know the reason why you moved into, or you chose to go into the food industry and become a chef. Not only a chef, a TV host, a motivational speaker, and so many more accolades that you carry. So let us hear your story.
Ooh, thank you so much. Like I earlier mentioned, it feels so good to be here. And I always look for platforms like this to speak, talk, because I know that a lot of women watch your show, and we don't just watch it for watching's sake. The array of guests that you always have are inspirational. So when I got the email, it was a no-brainer for me.
Wow.
I hardly grant interviews like this, but I was like, you know what? I am coming here because I have been motivated, and I have seen the show as a very, very inspiring one, and it was a no-brainer for me to be here today. So yeah, Chef T, food found me. I didn't find food.
Okay.
Because I recently, when I posted my age online on my last birthday, people were shocked. In fact, people went to the other part of the internet, like, this girl is just 33 years old.
Wow, I didn't even know their age. You're very young.
And she's like,
33.
Some people couldn't fathom it. But then again, I'm like, you know,
Wow.
It's not about the age. It's about how well you've lived your life and how much impact you've done on a number of people or even the world at large. So food found me. I have ventured into many businesses. Right from, I'm grateful for my parents for letting us even try, you know, to test life and see what we could choose at such a young age. So I started with selling cassette CDs or renting in school then. Okay. And then when I left school, I love beauty, I love fashion. So I went into hairstyling. I was a makeup artist, bridal hairstylist. I was a hair vendor. When you say one of the biggest hair vendors then,
I was
serious? Moti Beauty. Yeah. So if you've ever bought from Moti Beauty, it is me. Wow. You know, I was a hair vendor. I'm passionate about anything that makes a lady stand out. That's why I'm even in the food industry today. So I tried those many times, and you know that in life you have to go through a train for you to eventually arrive at your destination. So I think going into those businesses kind of helped me land to where I am today, because putting everything together has now helped me as a brand. Now I do my makeup myself, I watch it myself.
Wow.
I lay my hair myself. I do everything when it comes to beauty myself, and it's kind of helped my brand stand out. You understand? So food found me when I newly married. I got married and I was always posting my husband's food on my personal.
Oh, that's how you started.
My personal social media, and I'll have my friends, family asking me for the recipe. So in 2018, one of my pregnant friends saw my Chinese rice. I posted it online that this was what I was packing for my husband to work. And then she asked me for the recipe, and I was like, this girl is always asking me for recipes all the time. Why don't I just create a page? And I was doing 9 to 5. I'm a digital marketer. I have 6 years experience in
that
digital
makes
marketing.
sense. Your foundation is helping you with content creation.
Yes. So I'm a brand strategist too, and all that. So like I said, the journey kind of helped me with what I'm doing now. So I was still doing 9 to 5 then. And then I turned over to my colleague, and I was like, this girl is always asking me for recipes. Why don't I just create a page where whenever I cook for my husband, I just post it there. So when she asked me, I just sent the link to her. You understand? And then I was like, okay, what would I name this? I love kitchen. I love what kitchen stands for. I love aesthetics. I love to write in my diary back then. So I had my diary in front of me, and I was like, okay, Diary of a Kitchen Lover. And that was how the name
was found.
Yeah, was found. And then I created the page, Diary of a Kitchen Lover. And literally in 2 months, the thing blew up in my face. I had 5,000 followers. I'm like, where are these people coming from? And that was how Diary of a Kitchen Lover started.
Interesting. Such a humble beginning.
Yes.
And I think it's even also accidental.
Yes.
Because you just said, let me just do something. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you never dreamt that this would be this big.
I never did. Although I loved cooking and I loved kitchen and all that, and I knew that if I took this seriously, it was going to be bigger than what I envisaged. So I kind of had the end goal in mind, and I was always working towards it, even though I was still doing my 9 to 5 job. I resigned my 9 to 5 job 3 years ago. So within the space of 3 years, I was still doing 9 to 5 and doing Diary of the Kitchen Lover. But when it was time, when it's time for you to
So what's that pivotal moment? What was it that changed the game for you? That made you feel that it was time for you to focus on it and leave the 9 to 5?
So the 9 to 5 was taking more of my time. It was taking more of my time, and it wasn't letting me focus fully on this thing. And then again, I was starting to get that ovation. So now, I look at my growth factor from having a lot of people getting inspired by me. So when I get feedbacks from people that I'm inspired, and then I'm having brands that I would never have thought in my life to work with, reaching out to me and telling me kind words and telling me stuff, and I'm like, okay, Tolani, you have to be doing something nice. I think it's time for you to sit down and focus on it. And then in 2019, I used to have classes. Like I used to teach people food blogging. I used to teach people recipes. And about 7 of the students that I taught food blogging were already starting to get really big. So I was like, okay.
Wait, you had classes already?
I used to host classes.
Wow.
Yeah,
teaching how to blog.
Students, yes, teaching how to blog. I used to host classes a lot, you know. And then I have students that have learned from me, starting to get numbers. I can name a few of them. They have millions of followers now.
Wow.
And they learned from me. So I knew that at that point, I must be doing something good. So it was at that point I just had a conversation with my family, and I was like, it's time for me to let this, you know, be. And then again, I was still doing my 9-to-5 job when I opened a studio, a kitchen studio. You understand? I was like, okay, I need to give my kitchen studio the attention that it needs, 100% and the attention. And I already have all the skills that I've learned from my 9-to-5 job. I was the chief. I entered as a business developer and I left as the chief operating officer. So I had grown, I had learned a lot, and while still being a brand strategist, working on proposals and all that. So I knew I was equipped to stand alone. So it was just time for me to go.
Interesting. Wow. Look, listening to your story, food found you. You didn't find food. Then also learning from all the different places where you had worked, gained all that knowledge to form Diary of a Kitchen Lover, which is, I can say to you, I'm sure you already know, it's beautiful. Everybody loves it. People love food. Nigerians love, not even just Nigerians, everybody all over the world love good food.
They watch Diary of a Kitchen Lover. It's as bad as I go to a local store in America and I see someone that knows me.
Wow.
That's how bad it is. Wow. I used to think that it was just like boxed in just
Nigeria,
me in Lagos, and then I go to Ondo State, and then my mom is in Osun State, or my mother-in-law is in Akure, and she's doing video calls, and my besties are here. You know, and I'm like, okay. No, I'm grateful. I'm really, really grateful for it.
Well done. So, at what point did you feel that what you had done and what you had built, and all the knowledge and everything that you have put into this concept of Diary of a Kitchen Lover, when did you think that this was something that was viable, that you could actually attract money? What did you see?
It started in 2019, I think January, when I got contacted by one big brand. You know, I don't know if I'm allowed to mention it.
Yeah, you can mention
Jumia Foods reached out to me, and I was just on like 50K followers at that time. And then they sent me a brief. They sent me, I'm like, okay. I started running up and down. How much should I charge? How much should I charge?
What did they want you to do?
So they wanted me to just advertise for them, post them, you know, work with them, cook a recipe, and tell people that you can also order this type of recipe on Jumia Foods and all that. So it was just like a big deal for me. That was like my first major gig.
Wow!
And I charged 20K.
No way!
I know. I charged
20,000 naira.
And at that point, even though I had a good 9-to-5 job, 20K that I'm making by myself.
It had value then too.
I made this money from this business that I'm just posting recipes. So it was a very big deal for me. I didn't know I could charge more. And they paid immediately. Of course, it's 20,000 naira. Like, you know, and they paid me 20K, and I was like, okay, this actually, I can make money from it. And then I started marketing online classes. I started doing online classes. I think I was charging, I think 10K or 15K per student then. And then I would have as much as 200 students in the class for 15,000. I was like, wow. But then again, I wasn't just taking the money. I was giving a lot of value. And I knew that this value that I had to give, I couldn't just have it alone.
You're multiplying your knowledge.
You understand? So I started with the online classes, and then brands started rolling in.
Wow.
Even up until now. I just signed, my baby and I just signed Cousins Baby yesterday.
PZ Cousin. Oh my God, congratulations. Did you hear that? She just signed another brand, PZ Cousin, with the baby.
It was at that point I knew that, okay, this can actually be a business. And it's been really good so far.
Yes, awesome.
I mean, this is what I do full time.
I know.
I now pay salaries. I have a team, and I'm like, yo, okay.
Yes, it's working. It's definitely working. Well done, well done.
Thank you,
Chef T. And you started off learn from the Italian Academy, learning how to make food. Why did you choose to do Nigerian cuisine? Why did you not think of doing something foreign? Why did you pick that niche?
I actually went to school 4 years after I started this business.
Okay.
So I started off as a food blogger. You understand? I started off as my brand started to grow as a food blogger, but I knew I wanted more. I knew I wanted to infuse. I wanted like an Afro-fusion vibe.
Okay.
You understand? But then again, I wanted a blog where people watch my content and go straight into their kitchen to recreate. I didn't want, because I know I have all the chef skills, I have everything. And if I'm to come online and start to do all the chef skills and plating,
I know.
I'm satisfying my fellow chef colleagues. They're like, the only thing you hear is my chef colleagues like, Chef T, you are good. But I wanted to build a community of people that will not only just watch me, they would also replicate almost immediately, and that is what I wanted. So I knew I had that skill. I knew I needed to get that skill, because I feel like no matter how much skill you get as a person, going through that regulation, going through school and having all the skills. So I learned a lot of things in school, HACCP, food handling, food safety, all of those things. So now I needed that to now replicate it in the Nigerian food space, where I now teach you how to handle your food with neatness. I now teach you how to plate your food. I now teach you how to your knife skills. I now teach you
the finesse about food,
Nigerian food. So now it's not just Nigerian food, or again, it's now Nigerian food with my twist. So now I'm focused on not just the food, I'm focused on the delivery. How I deliver, how I make your Nigerian food look very appetizing. You understand? So now I am big on Afrofusion recipes. So now I pick the continental, I mix it with our local, and I make it more enjoyable. So you're not just cooking just jollof rice anymore. You're cooking it in the nice way. You're making risotto. You're making, so I'm applying the skills.
We're hungry here.
So I'm applying the skills that I've learned from there. And I'm now teaching a wide audience that don't have to spend what I spent to school. Just by watching my platform, you can learn a few things, and you can even venture into your own business by learning from my page. So the school was what I always wanted. I wanted that differentiation. I'm in a space where it is very saturated. Everybody is doing food. Everybody is a food blogger. Everybody is a chef. And I needed that differentiation, and I knew that I had to go out of this space of Nigeria to go learn it, no matter the costing and everything. And I'm grateful that I did that, because it kind of helped my brand, and it placed me on that pedestal that, that opened doors, international doors for me and all that. So I learned a lot from them. In fact, I even made Afrofusion pasta for them when I was there, and they really enjoyed my food. So I learned from them, but I still apply it to my Nigerian, because I want Nigerians to watch me and recreate my recipe. I think that's my own reward for labor, when I see your tags with the food you have created from what I post and all that. So yes, I would always infuse Nigerian food, because I know that a lot of Nigerians would like to explore. So explore in a very nice way.
I know. Yes, I've watched a couple of your videos, and you're very big on telling Nigerians, telling Nigerians that you can use plantain to make several things. You can use rice to make several things. So you're always giving us possibilities, and we can actually see the physical food. And I love your war on crayfish and jollof rice.
Yes, because
please, I support you 100%. Please give me a high five. I've never understood why people have to put crayfish in jollof rice.
That video went viral because a lot of people do.
I've never. It's no longer jollof rice. As you mentioned, it is jollof and crayfish.
Yes, it is now crayfish with a sprinkle of jollof. That's now local food. It's now concoction. Yes. It is no longer jollof. Jollof rice has a technique. It has a process. Why are you putting crayfish in jollof rice?
And I notice you're always trying to be politically right to a large extent.
Yes.
And could you talk to me about that? Because I know you in particular, I've watched a couple of people, but I noticed that you try all the time to say, it is my idea, it is my choice, it is my this, you may do it differently. So speak to me about that.
So Thanks. It really shows that you watch my platform.
I do.
So I'm big on building a very positive community, no matter what, no matter the topic, no matter the recipe. I want you to come and feel lighter by watching any of my videos. So you may have your own opinion, but I want you to understand that we live in a world where everybody's opinion counts.
Yes, now
and food is very diverse that you can twist any recipe. If you don't want to use garlic, it is fine. You have the choice of watching my recipe and taking off the garlic and use it that way. So it's from the space of me trying to build a positive community that I try to stay as politically, correct as possible, because I try to give people the room of choosing whatever they like, despite what I feel. So now I'm talking about, why do you have to eat pepper? Why do you eat pepper a lot? Why do you have to eat spicy food? But I'm like, this is my own opinion. In fact, the last time I posted a video about attacking people that eat pepper, I had to attack my husband too. I was like, my husband will eat pepper so much that he will be sweating on his head, but he will still be eating the pepper. But I still had to mention that is my opinion. You can go with yours. I'm not trying to say you must not eat it. I'm trying to say that this is how I feel, trying to create a conversation. And again, you know that I'm a digital strategist. Everything. So
that we get us talking.
Oh, yes. Topics like that will always get you talking. And the funniest thing is that it's just as if I'm speaking some other people's mind. A lot of people have that sentiment,
but they are not saying
it. So I'm now like the voice of, like, I remember talking about garlic. Why don't you add garlic to your food? And I had over 5,000 comments on IG alone of people supporting me. Like, I've always said that garlic changes the game in your cooking. You understand? So I always try to, while building a positive community, make people understand that whatever you feel, whatever you want to do, it is your opinion, it is your style. If you want to put crayfish in your jollof rice, it is fine. But we just feel like it is not right. And that's our own, whatever we feel about it, but it is fine. But to crown it all, it's just to build a positive community that you can actually visit Chef T's page and calm down and be happy. You don't find anybody insulting each other in the comment section. I make conscious effort to ensure that we don't have any form of negativity. Let everybody's opinion be theirs, and it is fine. Your opinion is valid.
Well done, well done. I see, if you watch her videos, you can tell that you really would like to have peace even while you're doing this cooking.
Yes,
you're cooking, just eat well, have fun, let's have peace, let everybody be happy.
Yes.
In a world where social media is just so toxic, some are positive, I think mostly toxic.
Yeah, mostly toxic.
How do you navigate through all this, especially with your strategies for growth within that business that you're actually nurturing now? How do you navigate through them?
Thank you. I try not to trigger people.
Unnecessarily.
Unnecessarily. There are some topics that would gain engagement, but would trigger a lot of people. And once you start to trigger your community, because I feel like I have a community now, and they will write for me anytime, any day, but the moment you are wrong, you start to lose them one by one. So I try not to trigger these people. I try not to write on topics that would make them trigger to the extent that they start to troll me. In fact, it's now so good that when I post something that doesn't sit well with a certain people and they come to troll me or something, my besties are there attacking them.
They are the army.
Dare not troll Chef T. Chef T doesn't look for trouble. So why are you looking for her trouble? So I try not to post triggering topics. I post what I love, but I still consider people's emotions and their thoughts. I consider it a lot. So when my team is coming up with some type of content that is going to look for trouble, I tell them, just cancel it. No, this is not what my platform is about. My platform is a very positive platform. I don't want to make people angry. You don't find me in comment sections insulting people, or maybe I get a bad comment, or I get people that are trying to be toxic in my comment section. Is either I don't reply you at all, or I block you, or I reply you in a very nice way that even you will start to think of your life. Do you understand? So that means you are either just following me. I don't understand my kind of lifestyle. You understand? You can't be a community member. And I feel like even if you join my community almost immediately. You join my page because you feel at home. You watch my content and you're like, oh my God, I love this woman. Immediately you are a bestie. You understand? Except the very stubborn ones that don't want to
stubborn ones.
Yeah, so those are the toxic ones. But I get a lot of toxic comments, a lot of toxic DMs. I get a lot of them. So most times I
Why
block.
do people do that? I think we
feel
need to, I mean, here is a space where
Yeah.
going into food blogging or any type of blogging on social media now, we need to understand, why do people do it? Would we be able to find out why?
Okay. Well, just like my husband once explained, because he said that these people cannot believe they are relating with this person. They can't believe that they can buy 2K data and just say anything.
Your husband is mean.
Oh no, because it's like they can't believe that they can have a data and type to maybe a Genevieve or Motola and she will see it and she will feel some type of way. So they're just testing their. And again, I feel like because I always sorry, I'll talk about this positivity because I try to ride on it so much. I preach kindness. So I feel like you have to be a very sad person, a very sad person from within to let out that sadness and try to inflict others with your sadness,
the pain.
because you either have to be going through a lot. And I feel like even if you are going through a lot, is it anybody's fault online? Do you have to come online and drag people for what? So it makes them happy that okay, you know when you share problems with certain people, they are happy that you are sharing problems because
we know
they have problems and they want you to be on
everybody.
the same so they're never happy that you are a bit ahead of them in life. So they feel like this girl just comes online to wear nails, to wear hair, to dress up, to wear makeup. She must be going through stuff. And so they'll be like, I remember when I was trying to have a baby, it was a very, very difficult. Somebody literally sent me courses.
That's when I find
it was bad.
Why?
Courses, like, oh my goodness. I was getting back-to-back trolling.
That what?
There was a
particular that you wanted to have a baby.
So now, my online space, a lot of people know Chef T, but I don't think they've ever seen my husband.
If you're enjoying this episode already, I want you to take a moment to please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and leave your aha moments in the comment section below. We would love to engage with you. Okay, let's get back to the show. I
try to be as personal as possible, like to leave my personal life out of my. It's only recently I started posting my baby, you understand? And that's the highest anybody will get, because I feel like if I start to, the moment maybe they will see my husband on the road and they'll start dragging him and start insulting him. And my husband is a very, very quiet person that he will now start being like, waiting with this now. So I try to like cut off my personal. So for a very long time, a lot of people didn't know I was married. For a very long time, a lot of people didn't know I was waiting, because I used to post my niece then and they thought she was my daughter. You understand? So what triggered people knowing was there was a particular one that really triggered me. I'm a very clean person. I love to clean. I love to keep a clean home, keep clean space. And this lady commented that my house is, she must know me personally. My house is clean because I don't have children. She said it in the comment section, and like I always say, we are humans. No matter how much we try to cut off negativity, sometimes it hits us. Yes. And that particular one really hits me. And it was at that time Simi was having a campaign for woman. Nobody, woman. So women were posting experiences that really, really hurt them and triggered them in a black and white photo. It was a campaign that Simi had, the musician.
Yes.
And then I posted mine with the ladies' comments. So I think that was when people now knew that I was waiting, that I didn't have children, which was fine. I mean, for me to post anything online, it means I'm willing to share.
You're good with it.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I was fine with it. You don't know where your solutions can come. It can be one of your bestest prayer that can work, you understand? So I posted it and it went to the positive side and went more to the negative side. Because those negative people. So there was
now had more ammunition to fight.
Oh my goodness. Christmas 2022, I can never forget. I posted a video for Coca-Cola. I wore this pink short and pink this thing, but the top was protruding in my shirt, so it kind of looks like my stomach was big. Immediately I posted the video, I started getting congratulations, I can see a baby. And things like that would trigger a woman in the waiting. It triggers us. And then I replied one of the comments that, can you just stop projecting? I have not announced anything. Stop. And at that time, I was not pregnant. I think I just had a failed IVF at that point. So it was very triggering for me. So I commented and said, can you just stop projecting? Stop projecting that. Let people share their good news before you mentioned it. And then one lady came under the comments and said, Shefty, don't you know you look pregnant? We are trying to even be happy for you. Don't you know you look pregnant? Small face.
Oh my God!
I
can imagine.
You know, so I sent
so dark
to my husband, and he was like, "Babe, I just need to understand that for you to come out and say this kind of thing to your fellow woman online, you have to be this kind of sadness you have has to be in the deepest place, because you have to have this very dark soul." Because
wow, human beings are something, no?
I always say that in everything you do, be kind. You don't know what people are going through. I remember I was in my labor room trying to have my baby when they were dragging me for posting ofen salad recipe. I was reading the comment and I'm like, these people don't even know that. Every 4 minutes I'm screaming.
I think they need to take away your phone from you. Who was that?
I needed this. I needed that phone.
Are you serious?
I needed it because that was the only way the pain would go away. But I was reading. I was happy that finally you people are insulting me. It was almost immediately after that I was weaned for CS because my birth canal was blocked, so I couldn't really have a vaginal. But delivery. I'm just trying to say that for you to be a very toxic person, you need to have a very dark soul. And if you are a toxic person, I'm talking to you now, you need to, in everything, just know at the back of your mind, in everything you do in this life, you need to stay kind. Stay kind, because your kindness can even help your mentality. Your kindness can help the next person. You know, you don't have to talk. Whatever it's not everything in your head that you must type. You don't have to type everything.
Why would you even think of negative things so dark like that in the first place?
It's crazy. and these people are small children. Eventually, if you give them an attention, sometimes I reply them in my DMs. They'll be like, I'm just trying to get your attention, Shefty.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, they do it a lot. You know, and at that point, as you're typing and replying me, I'm blocking you immediately, because I'm like, so you have to go that route to
hurt you so bad,
to hurt people. But I'm used to it now. I mean, I cannot have a platform that is big on all social media and not have people insulting me every day.
And that's
especially on Facebook. My Facebook. Oh my God!
Are you serious? I mean, I wouldn't be able to see all your comments, but thinking about it, going to your social media, you have 1.8 million Instagram followers.
Yes.
And overall, you have about 3 million followers.
I think it's almost
and your YouTube is now
Facebook.
200,000, 200K in less than a few. Is it up to a year?
No, it's not.
Yes, a few months. Well done, well done, well done. I mean, I think what you have shared is a true picture of a star. A star cannot hide. A star cannot be diminished. The light cannot be diminished. And it's just so sad that the world is what it is today.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it has always been like this, just that we didn't have the avenue to like our smartphones and all the digital gadgets that we currently have. It's possible that our people's souls have been that dark.
Oh yeah.
So, but one thing, as you have just mentioned and you have spoken to them, is regardless of how many times we say this, regardless of how many times we preach, people should be kind, be good and everything, it will still happen. But it would be really nice if people could actually just stop. Just stop. It doesn't make sense. Just stop. If you have nothing good to say, then just keep quiet.
You have access to a celebrity's comment section. You can type just anything. Like, the celebrity is a human. First. You can't just make a list online and say these people are this, people are that, and you expect the person to be normal. Do you understand me? No, you can't do that. Before you think of anything negative to say to people, remember that these people are humans first. You can even, whatever you say can make someone become suicidal. Whatever you say can make someone just let loose of whatever. It affects their mental health. We've seen celebrities that don't do what they are doing again because of social media pressure. We've seen celebrities that are having mental issues because of things people have said to them. It is real.
It's real.
In everything you do, please be kind. Be kind. And then if you are the receiving end, if you are the one that are speaking to that way, your ability to snap out of it, will help you become, a better person. It is well.
It is well. It is definitely well. Well done, Chef T. And please keep the flag flying. You're representing us so well, not only locally but globally. And we'll go into that shortly. But right now, you have this passion for food aesthetics as well as kitchen aesthetics. When I look at your kitchen, I'm a kitchen lover.
I know, you mentioned
I'm a food lover, cooking, more of cooking than eating. Yeah. It's mind-blowing. How did you bet that idea, or how did you have that kind of a flair for doing things like that? And somebody who sees your page and loves those kind of things, in fact, I don't know where to start from. Is it from the cutlery to the cooking utensils to everything? Your cooker, your setup, your kitchen studio, the beautiful new one that you have launched, not only in the main kitchen, you also have an outdoor kitchen.
Yeah, that's the home kitchen.
Oh, please, well done. Well done, you're killing us.
Thank you so much. I think it was born out of me trying to carve a niche for myself. So we have a lot of people in the food space doing the same thing as you. So what makes you different? So before, I think that was also kind of what helps me with the name too. I love the kitchen, I love kitchen aesthetics. And I know that this food space with time is going to get very saturated. So what's going to make me different? When you mention Chef T, what do you say first? So that name, Diary of a Kitchen Lover, kind of canopies everything. So you have the kitchen, you have the food business, you have everything there. So it encompasses everything. And I wanted the situation whereby when you mention Chef T, you mention kitchen first. So I wanted to be that go-to platform for kitchen aesthetics. Intentionally, you understand? So now I have a niche that once you mention Chef T, you mention food, you mention kitchen, you mention fashion. You understand? Yeah, you just mention ease in the kitchen. Like I always say, I've always wanted people to know that kitchen is just not a place in the house. It's a place of power. I mean, you cook in the kitchen every day. Why do you have to sweat in your kitchen? Why do you have to go through a lot in the kitchen? You can also be in your kitchen and AC is blasting on your head. A lot of people don't believe in that. So I wanted to be that go-to person that whenever I say you have a 500,000 naira budget, Chef T, what can I do to get a good kitchen? So those are the kind of contents you see on my YouTube channel. With 500,000 naira, you can get a very good kitchen, and a very decent kitchen rather, that would give you that experience. So now, I wanted people to see the kitchen as a place of experience. You don't just walk in and just cook and just go. You walk in, you play music.
So it's more like as we are taking wine, drinking wine.
Like you're in your kitchen and you are happy. And I've been able to build an army of kitchen lovers. So I'm seeing people revamp their kitchens. Even the people in my food space, using me as an inspiration to do their kitchens, to build kitchen studios, So I wanted Diary of a Kitchen Lover to be that go-to person for kitchen aesthetics, and then your food doesn't have to be boring. Yes, I know you are hungry, but you can plate your food to make you even hungrier, to make you. So I feel like we eat with our eyes, and it starts with the look of your kitchen, the aesthetics of your kitchen. And it was born out of differentiation to what am I going to differentiate myself with in this space that is very saturated. Do you understand? So yeah, that was it. It was born out of differentiation. That's like the English for everything.
It's really the English for everything. Yeah, I think your definitely your background has really helped you a lot. Yes. Now I'm understanding a lot of things because the way your content creation is very dynamic. Today you're cooking. Tomorrow you're having a guest. The next time you're talking to your daughter in the kitchen, or your parents who have visited or something, especially on the Sundays. Yes. Trust me, I'm watching your videos. Or you have guests who come in, like other chefs. So you're always trying to do something different to make it very interesting. So looking at all that, you won the Sterling Bank Jollof Rice Master Cooking Competition. How did that happen? And what did that do to your brand? Because that was one of the very first first awards that you have won.
Yeah, I think that kind of gave me my breakthrough that I wanted. I was a very, very young food content creator, and I saw the call for entry, and I was like, I cook a very good jollof rice if I do say so myself. So imagine then and the skill I have now, my jollof rice recipe. You guys, you need to try it. But when I saw it, I spoke to my man, and it was like, maybe I should try. I asked him, should I try it? I feel like if I try it, either I win or I win. I don't want to not win. No. And I was scared that what if I don't win? That it will kind of bruise my ego. But it made me understand I take competition. The experience I get from it will kind of help me in my career. So I entered into the competition. I saw a lot of people in the competition. So it was first they wanted us to cook from home, and jollof rice recipe from home, and they chose, I think, one of the most good looking jollof rice, and we had the person that had like the most engagement and all that. So I was eventually qualified into it, and I knew that there was something that I needed to do that would differentiate myself from the remaining guys. So
that's during the competition?
During the competition. So when I got into the competition, they gave us the instructions, test and everything, but I knew that there was something. So everybody was cooking the jollof rice, regular jollof rice. Me, I was like, no, I'm going to make coconut jollof rice. So you have the jollof rice flavor, you now have a very heavy coconut flavor, and it's mixed together. And everybody just made jollof rice, no drink. I made a mocktail drink, you understand? I mastered the recipe before I went into the competition, and I'm big on pace when you're cooking. I can literally cook a very complex meal in 10-15 minutes.
Seriously?
If I do so still myself. I'm very fast with cooking.
But the bonners, would they cook as fast as?
Oh yeah. So I try to get industrial burners that are standard. You understand? So don't give me burner that is, but then again, with that I can still manage, because whatever they provided wasn't up to the standard I wanted, but then again it worked for me, because like I always say, chefs, they just show you the end result. We do all the prepping from behind the scenes. So I'd done a lot of prepping before I got on stage. So I'd prepped I don't know my missing place. I put all my pepper mixture together and everything. So it was a breeze for me to cook. And I am very big on cleaning while cooking. Like I love to cook clean. Like my team members know that if I see a grain of rice on the island, we will fight. You understand? I'm currently on a cooking show where I'm the resident judge. And this is one of the things that the contestants are really scared about when they see Chef T. Oh my God, is my space clean? You understand? So all these things that I was doing then kind of helped me. I was cleaning while cooking, and I didn't know that they were watching that, because they didn't tell us that was part of the criteria for selection and everything. And me, it's like a no-brainer. The moment I pick something, I clean it up immediately. Those things, and then my recipe was very, very good. And then when they announced me, I think it was ₦1 million then that I won. Yeah. But outside the money, it's a bank. They are very good with their communications. So their communications, the announcements really, really helped me. And people were like, who is this girl? So
your name?
So I was everywhere.
Able to,
So I was literally less than 1 year in the food blogging space. So that kind of announced me, and since then, I've been on a roll, man.
The roll is cost you right.
So yes, I feel like winning Sterling Bank's Jollof Master. I think a lot of my audience don't even know the new ones. It kind of helped me. It really, really helped.
It gave you that push.
It gave me that push that I can actually enter into a competition that had a lot of contestants and win it. You understand? Yes. It kind of helped me. Yeah.
So what influenced your cooking style? The way you cook now, what has influenced it? Is there anybody, any chef, any person, maybe your mom, anybody?
Yeah, it will always be my mom, because I try to find someone in this space and this is not to push down anybody. I watch people and I admire a lot of people, but because of the foundation in cooking that I have, it's been very difficult for me to find that one person in my space that kind of inspires me. I don't know if that's a good thing, but
maybe what
outside my space, yes, a lot of people inspire me.
I'm sure people inspire in the cooking space, but it's for different things.
For different things,
yes.
Yeah. So I watch my colleagues, like, I love the fact that, yes, we are all in the food space, but we are different in our own ways, except a few people that do the same thing. So I have the likes of my very good friend, a Kitchen Muse.
Kitchen Muse, I knew you were going to call her name.
Yes, she's a very good friend. Buki does not send anybody. Buki does her thing the way she wants, and she's big in that space. So I think Buki is one of the people that inspire me in my space too, and all that. And yeah, Buki.
So your mom?
Yeah, my mom. Yeah, my mom is my very big inspiration because she taught me how to cook. She taught me, she let me be free in the kitchen right from age 8. I would say a very funny story that I've said a lot, you know. I started cooking at the age of 8. My mommy would let me do whatever I want to do. I started with fried rice. I think that was my first cooking. But when I hit the age of 13, I was in school. A noodles brand came, and they did competition. I won a pack of noodles, like a box. One with 40 in it. And then I went home.
You won?
I won it. I took it home. And we have 4, my siblings and I. And then I went home. I cooked all 40. My parents were not at home. Yeah. I cooked all 40.
You cooked
I brought my mommy's pots. Bring her. I was 13 years old. Wait now. Oh my God. I brought out all my mommy's pots. I cooked all 40. And then my siblings and I ate enough that we could eat. And then my parents came home and I was so happy. Like, Mommy, I want noodles. She's like, where is the noodles? I said, I cooked everything. She said, where is it? And now she entered the kitchen, met everything. The noodles packed on the floor. Noodles filled the kitchen. You know how noodles is that?
I know.
For hours already, like a bar. I chopped. Beating.
I was going to say, in a Nigerian home, you didn't even show them first.
Oh my God!
You broke so many rules.
It was so bad. No, I went through a lot. But that's like one of the moments I realized that, okay, Tolani, you need to calm down. Yeah, so she's let us cook from, I started pounding yam at the age of 13, 14. My siblings and I would take turns. My both parents are from Ondo, so pounded yam is like our regular food. We'll take turns in pounding yam. I knew how to make a goosey soup, ogbono soup. I knew all the soups, and that was because my mommy gave me the liberty. She taught me how to cook. So yes, my mom cooks really good. She cooks really, really well, and I think she's one of my
greatest inspiration,
and all that. Yes, but in the food space, I have the likes of Winnie Delicious Foods. You know, I like the angle she comes with, you know, the poise and everything with cooking.
Winnie, is she not in the US?
No, she's in Nigeria. Okay. Delicious Foods.
Delicious Food. Okay, I can't remember that brand.
But then again, if I'm to pick anybody, Buki is my big sister. She's my friend, so yeah.
Well done. You've done a great job in the food space, food blogging space, food aesthetics, kitchen aesthetics.
Thank you.
TV host, you've done extremely well. We still have more questions for you. I'm sure there are viewers who are interested in going into this space. I know you said it's a saturated space.
Yeah.
However, the principles still apply to different types of blogging.
Sure.
So can you share some of these principles that they need to have, especially when they're young, they don't really know what to do, they want to blog, they want to use social media as a tool to enable them to make money, visibility, enhance whatever talent that they have. What advice will you give to them? Join us on Omon's Couch, where inspiration meets action. If you are a remarkable entrepreneur or a career giant with a unique story to share, we want to hear from you. Become our guest on Omon's Couch and empower others with your journey, experiences, and valuable insights. Use the link provided in the description below to apply for yourself or nominate someone who deserves to be on this show. Let's inspire together.
Thank you. I'm just going to mention a few tips. First of all, just start. You don't have to start big. I didn't start big. I always say that if you want to see my growth, just go to the very first post. It started that way, and it's televised. Start with whatever you have. Don't look at these ones that are up there with the fine cookwares and all of that. start with whatever you have. When you start to make money, you can start to, you know, change your collections and all of that. And then again, I always say, and I'll forever say that carve your niche. Find something that differentiates you, so you don't live under the shadow of the people that are already there. For example, now you are watching Chef.
Please repeat that again. That is very, very important.
Carve your niche. Find what differentiates you, so you don't live under the shadow of people that are already there. So you have a Chef T who is big on kitchen aesthetics, food and everything, and you're literally doing everything she's doing. When people see your platform, they remember Chef T first before they remember you, because they're like, this girl is trying to copy Chef T, this guy is trying to copy Chef T, and then your efforts is left unnoticed. So if you are doing something that makes you stand out, people will see that for who you are, and, you know, encourage you with that. So start, find something that differentiates you. I know it's hard, but try to be consistent. Consistency is very, very hard. It is very, very, very hard, and I'm a living example of going through a lot because of consistency. But then again, I've been able to make it easy for me. Now I have a team that literally takes the stress off me. I don't sweat when it comes to being consistent. They help me to be consistent. But before then, I mean, I just built a very good team almost 2 years. For 2 years, it's just 2 years that, you know, that I've had a very good team. But before then, I just try to look at everything around me. I just try to show up every day. For 4 or 5 years, I was posting every 7 a.m. So there's no way you wake up and you open any platform that you will not find my content. For 5 good years.
Was that a strategy?
It's a strategy. It's just now that I moved it up to 9 a.m. So once it's 9 a.m., you always find Chef T's content, any form of content. So my posting times are 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. And the reason why I'm mentioning it, because if people don't see my post in 2 days at 9 a.m., they come to me and ask me, Chef T, what is going on? It's just like
you're feeding them, you're starving them.
Yeah. So you can be consistent. You don't have to post every day. But whenever you commit to post, just show up. So if you commit to post once a week, every Wednesday is by 2 p.m. Make sure you show up at that Wednesday by 2 p.m. That's what consistency means. It doesn't mean every day. It means when you commit to it, when people expect you to be there, be there.
So it's almost like going for a meeting.
Exactly.
And your client is there and you're not there.
Exactly.
So they'll be waiting, and of course, if they don't see you, they move on to the next person.
Or even ask you, what is wrong? Are you okay? Are you sick? You know, they start to speculate a lot of things. So whenever you commit to show up, always show up. And social media now, the content on digital space, now you don't have to be too serious with your content. You don't have to, just play around. In fact, it's the content that you let loose that always even does better. There's this particular content that is one of my most viral content till today. I was just rolling past that the Italian way, and it has millions of views.
I watched it
across all platforms, and I just picked it from the BTS that we shot and everything. But if I had thought that, okay, it has to be recipe, you know, everybody sees Chef T as a chef. She posts recipe, but they like to see the other side of Chef T. You know, they like to see the other skills Chef T has. That's why I introduced the Sunday vlog, so that you have a bit of lifestyle content and all that. But all in all, I'm just trying to say that just show up when you're expected to show up, okay? And don't be too hungry for money from the beginning. I know that the end goal is money.
The money,
and all that.
yes.
But if you put money before giving value. You lost it. So focus on giving value. Money will come after. In fact, you'll be tired of making money. So give value, be consistent, show up.
I take back that.
I take it back.
Are you telling us the money is too much now? Please let me carry it for you.
I take it back. But money will come and you will be happy with yourself.
Exactly.
That you're doing something right. So don't chase money before giving value. For every time you post, just like this Omon's couch now, she's giving value. She's inviting people that will give you value. You know, nuggets that you will never hear from anywhere. Or even if you go and meet the person personally, the person might not share it. But that is what Omon's couch is giving. So whenever you watch Omon's couch, there's always something. There's always something you learn from it. So for every time people watch your content, let them learn something. Let them pick something. Even if it's air plug, if it is clothes, let them pick something. Not just, you don't have to focus on posting yourself every time. This is what I eat every day. Nobody cares about that. Give value. Give values and money will come right after. And just always show up, you know.
Well done. I'm sure they've picked all those nuggets and they've learnt it. Please make sure you're writing and keeping notes.
Thank you.
Then one other question I need to ask you. What is the misconception people have about food bloggers that you would like to share?
Okay, so I'll start with my own personal experience.
Definitely.
So yeah, food bloggers are the people that put the Nigerian food, especially Nigerian food bloggers, in the world map. So whenever you have people trying to Google Nigerian food, find Nigerian food, and they go on Google or they go on social media, they find the food bloggers first before they find the chefs. You understand? So food bloggers are the ones that put that space on the world map. But when I started food blogging, I was just a food blogger, self-taught. And then I have the chefs that went to school, spent a lot of money, and they're like, who's this person? Who's this girl that just came from Norway? And she's now saying
feeling that she knows.
She's a food blogger. You know, I'm sure it's from the angle of we that went to school, went to learn all these things. You're now waking up and saying, yeah, you're self-taught food blogger. So people look at food bloggers as just people that just open their kitchen and pick up their pots and start cooking. But they don't know that the value we give the food industry is even way more than the people that go to school to learn it. Because a chef, like I said, I have all the chef skills. There's no chef skills that I don't have, but you will not find me doing that often on my page because I want people to come on my page and learn how to make the most basic things. You won't find that on a chef's platform. Because most of them focus on their skills, the knife skills. I'm a chef too, so
now, yeah,
exactly,
yeah. And a certified one,
exactly, from Italian chef.
Yes, exactly.
On that. You know, most of them focus on satisfying their colleagues. We food bloggers have been able to answer the questions of food. So now people literally go to YouTube, go on Instagram to learn how to make ofe nsala, to learn how to make okazi soup. You know.
Ofe Owere.
Ofe.
I just saw that on your page and I said that looked beautiful.
Yeah, so we make sure that the delivery was different from what I usually do, and it was really good. So now I'm trying to correct that misconception of food bloggers. Food bloggers are there to answer a lot of questions. They are there to solve a lot of problems that these people that I mentioned,
certified chefs,
have problems with. But now it's getting better. You see some chefs now becoming food bloggers. Yes, some chefs are now posting their recipes online. I think what triggered them was, why can't this girl just come from nowhere and be posting my recipe? You know, if the recipe is similar, she just come from. So most of them don't want to share. They want to use it to make money on the side. But I'm like, the world is going digital. Food bloggers are making more money than you guys. You understand? So now imagine me adding food blogging and being a chef. So when a client needs me to do 5-course dinner, I am there. When you need me to do pop-up, I'm there. When you need me to post bottom rock recipes online, I'm there. So why don't you just join us? So we have Nigerian Food Summit that is going to help us to solve all our rifts that we have, and everything is coming up very soon.
I think from what you're even saying, the food blogger is actually giving the chefs and everybody in that space the voice as well as the visibility.
Yes.
Because the certified chef will still be in his own restaurant waiting for people to come in and all that. He's not really saying much, so we don't know you.
Or even the certified chefs are waiting to work in kitchens to get kitchen jobs. How much are they paying you in the kitchen? Meanwhile, you can use that skill to still work in the kitchen while still being a food blogger. They are learning now, Shai.
Yes, a lot of them are picking up now. Yeah.
And when you look at these brands, they come to food bloggers. They come to food bloggers because we are the ones
they can see.
I mean, Hilda Baci. Oh, one more. I told you I forgot. Hilda Baci inspires me so much. Oh no.
You know how to help you there.
She inspires me so much. Even though we are colleagues, but I literally.
How did you forget
when she
her?
started. I know she knows that she inspires me a lot. I know when she started as a host on in this food space as a host on Pop Central. I was even on a show in 2020. And you know, she went for the world. She started as a food blogger, as everything, and now she's making strides. And I'm like, yo, Hilda, we inspire each other. The way I inspire her is the way she inspires me, and I love her so much, and she doesn't.
Yeah, you are both amazing.
Yeah, I don't fail to tell her, yes, Hilda, you inspire me so much, girl. So we have the likes of people like that are posting recipes, that are being a chef, and they're making a lot of money online, and you're not there trying to sit down in the corner and the food bloggers, and I beg you, they're putting the food space, Nigerian food space, on the world map. And this is what these people are not doing.
Interesting. So there's no need for any war. Everybody needs to just synergize and
come together
and get it done.
So we have Nigerian Food Summit too, that will have the farmers, we have the caterers. You know, caterer is different from chef.
Yes, so
chef is different from food blogger. So you have all of them come together and say, okay, how can we take this Nigerian food industry? Let people come into Nigeria to experience the food, because if I do say so myself, we have some of the best cuisines around the world. So yeah, so we don't have to fight. You don't have to look down on a food blogger. Food blogger is doing what you don't do. That's what it is.
Excellent way of explaining the entire space, from caterers to food bloggers to the chefs to the farmers to the entire ecosystem. Everybody needs to work together to create a beautiful synergy that would actually put us on the map. And I think it's already happening. It's just, we just need more of that happening. So now you work for multiple brands, or you're an influencer for several brands, and of course it's because of the growth in your brand as a person, Chef T, as a, of course as a blogger, the diary of a kitchen lover. Everything is coming together. Now you work for Pizza Cousin, you work for, I think, Nor, Seaway, and a couple of all these brands. How did you get this visibility? Just very briefly, how did you get this visibility for those who maybe have gotten to a certain stage and feel, I should be seen, I should be recognized, I should be given this influencer job? How can you encourage them, just briefly?
Okay, so I'll start from when you start to get a little bit of visibility from your audience, not this brand now. Please try to focus on having your integrity intact. So you don't come on my platform and just find any brand. You don't come on my platform. Today I'm influencing Slimming Tea. Tomorrow I'm influencing a betting company. Next tomorrow I'm influencing. So I intentionally work with brands that would not just only engage me, but will put word of mouth for me into other brands. So the advertising, the media, the FMCG sector is very close-knit. Yes. A lot of brand managers know themselves, they know this. So it's your ability to take that one job, execute it in the most excellent way, and deliver even way above your expectation is what will take you to the next job. So now you don't even need to advertise yourself again. Your skill, your job, and your passion is what is advertising you. So I'm moving from working with Malta Guinness to working with maybe Coca-Cola. I've worked with all these brands, by the way. I'm having a cooking show with Malta Guinness. I'm working with Morning Fresh, PZ Morning Fresh. And because of the great job I've done with Morning Fresh, Cousins is like, Chef T, let's do this. So now you need to focus on the integrity, you need to focus on delivering. So you have some influencers that will take some jobs and they will not deliver. In fact, they'll say go and meet my content creator, go and meet my manager, go and meet my this, go and meet my that. So if you focus on delivering in the most passionate way, doors will open. There's no way. Doors will open. And please do not take on every job that comes to you. You don't have to do it. Look at the ones that align with your value, and for you to be an influencer, you have to have your value. You don't just do things for doing sake. Is it going to benefit your audience? And I, for one, don't take on brands that I don't already use. Even though I don't already use you, I'll say give me some time. Let me use this, let me try it, so that when I'm advertising for you, I'm advertising from the bottom of my heart, and because I use it. You understand? So you see it around me before I even announce. You see it everywhere around me. So yeah, so I think word of mouth has always helped my brand, and because I deliver so much value and with so much passion, like there's no how you be a bestie and use at least one product that I advertise. Yes, so just work on delivering value and every other thing follows.
Yes. Oh, well done. I think this is super clear. Your two words I picked from what you have just said to the viewers is ensure that you are intentional in picking your partners that you collaborate with. And it most likely should be partners that resonate with your brand values, and not even just the value, even the things that you do. It makes there's a synergy within that space. And one of the other things I've seen is professionalism in delivery at all times. So don't make it today we do it this way today, because people look at consistency and look at people who deliver great value. And with those 2 pointers alone, I'm sure you'll be able to excel and get more other brands. Then now the icing on the cake. Right now, since we're talking all about food, Chef T has made me extremely hungry. We're going to be talking about the icing on the cake, which is your interview at the Goalkeeper NutriVision event that was held in Abuja, where you got the privilege of speaking to Bill Gates. So speak about that experience. I know we don't have all the time, but
I know. I'm just gonna summarize it. It felt really surreal.
First, how did you even get it?
Oh my goodness! I had to ask to that. How did you guys contact me? So I have a couple of meal plans that I sell on my website.
Okay.
And you know, one of the goals for NutriVision is nutrition for children, pregnant women, and I have pregnancy meal plans. And I have a meal plan for pregnant women. And on my website, I think they went through it and they saw the credibility of my meal plans, and they were looking for a Nigerian chef, a female chef that to work with. And I kind of aligned with what they were looking for. You understand? Because the interview with Bill Gates was literally almost all about my meal plans. With nutrition on how to make pregnant women, you know, have the best nutrition to affect to make the babies grow and all that. So when I got the email, so the email I got wasn't even for the NutriVision initially. I think they kind of hid that. They sent me an email for the goalkeepers, the one that was happening in New York.
In New York, yes.
When I saw that email, it felt like I was dreaming.
And it was
I had to call the number.
It wasn't like somebody referred you.
No.
Wow.
It was my work.
Your work spoke for you.
Yeah, my work spoke for me.
Wow.
My work spoke for me. It wasn't referral. Because when I got to New York, everybody there on the team knew Chef T. They knew me, they follow me, they love my content. That's why I always say that when you have these platforms, always ride on positivity. Imagine if I was that person that insults people online, you know, does this, like, or tomorrow now you see me fighting on Insta story, they will cancel me immediately. So I consciously make sure that I build a platform filled with positivity, because those were the comments I got from when I met them. They love my platform, they love my content. So when I saw the email, I was like, no way. I called the number and I'm like, okay, this airing from New York. I'm like, okay, it's real. And then they set up a two-way call. I saw 5 people there, five white beautiful girls, and I was the only black one there from Nigeria. And I was like, yo, okay, this is real. And then the offer, oh my goodness,
there's an offer.
Oh my god, it wasn't just the interview, the offer. When I saw the offer, I think that was what kind of made me feel like it was a scam. Because I was like, nobody has ever offered me, no brand has ever offered me this amount before. You guys are going to pay my flight money to Abuja, to New York, +1. I traveled with my husband, +1.
With your baby too.
Yeah, and you guys are still going to pay me this amount? No way. I've never done this type of job before. So it felt like a reward for all the labor that I've had for many years. And I remember working on that meal plan. I was just three days out of the labor room. I just had my baby. So I was putting together everything I had when I was pregnant, all the nutritional benefits, because my meal plan is very detailed. It has all the ingredients, the use of the ingredients, what you should eat, what you should not eat. So it's a very detailed meal plan. And when I was speaking to Bill Gates, okay, they didn't even tell me that I was going to speak. They kept on mentioning interview because of security reasons. But me, I kind of knew that it was the one, but they didn't use all the amount to tell me. It was just like 2 days before the event that they told me that it's Bill Gates, and I was like,
Bill Gates, that we would listen to, or watch it. Oh my God.
So we had rehearsals, like they are very detailed with everything. We had rehearsals. I had just like 20 minutes with him, and it has to be 20 minutes. Anything outside 20 minutes is leaving. So my interview questions had to be precise, had to be, you know, and then when it was coming, security everywhere, I was like, it was after I did the interview that it dawned on me what I just did. And then I called my husband, I was crying.
I can't imagine.
I was like, babe, can't believe I just interviewed Bill Gates. And then Bill Gates told me, see you in New York. He knows I'm coming for goalkeepers. I'm like, no way. The interview, I think the interview is on YouTube now.
Just the cooking, how cooking has moved you from one platform to the other. now you are in the presence of such an icon.
And then when I met him in New York, I had the opportunity to meet him and take pictures again in New York, and he recognized me. And he was like, we were just in Abuja 3 weeks ago. I was like, yes, that's me, you know. And it felt really, it felt like I felt some sense of fulfillment. The treatment we got, the everything, like, I didn't have to lift a finger. I didn't spend a kobo. Everything was freely sponsored by Bill Gates Foundation. And they were happy that my visa was 5 years because they wanted this to be every year.
Lucky. What have you done? Thank God, nothing was expired.
Exactly. So I was just like, okay now. And you know, I think what kind of made it feel so sorry for me was when I met the team in New York, and they kept on mentioning all the things I do. In fact, one of the principals said, can I see your daughter again? I love her so much. And I'm like, oh, you follow me? And it's just now I start to see their comments in my comment section because I now have their handles. And I'm like, these people are still watching. These people are one of them commented on my Sunday blog, Chef T, you're a light. I'm like, these people control everything in this space. And I'm like, they are watching my content. That's why I say, as a content creator, you always have to ride on positivity. Come correct with your value. Give value. There's no how. If my content doesn't give value, I ask my team, I cancel it immediately. So long as I'm there and I'm sharing positive, I'm smiling, I'm doing everything. I don't just show up looking shabby. I take conscious effort to make sure I look good with every content. If I'm not on brand, it's as bad as I was doing a TV commercial and there was a scene where Chef T had to look without makeup and everything. And I told them, I'm sorry, it is not my brand. I know that we can actually wear makeup for this scene, but why are you trying to make me know? It is not my brand. When people see it, they will not connect. It's as bad as me being on brand, and me being on brand is I have to look this way. I have to, and these were the things that they all spoke about. And when it was time for them to give me my feedback from interviewing Bill Gates, I think that was what made me cry afterwards because I didn't shake. I was not shaky. I was so confident.
I watched it.
I was like,
in fact, I wanted to fly with you. When I saw you going to New York, I said, I need to be on this flight beside you.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, very awesome. I think that's like one of the highlights in my career so far.
Definitely.
Because Bill Gates, everybody knows that.
And guess what? Even a lot more is yet to come.
Amen.
Well done,
Amen.
well done,
Amen.
well done. And something you mentioned, I think maybe it didn't come out a lot. You said this was not a one-off with Bill Gates Foundation.
No, it's
a
not
yearly
one-off.
event.
Yeah.
That is truly awesome. Well done. I say congratulations to you. Congratulations to your wonderful family.
Thank you.
And I would say well done to your wonderful husband.
Oh, yes.
Because for what you do, it takes a bit of his space. And I can tell because you use the home sometimes and even when you even started.
He just lets me be me.
Yes.
He supports me in the most beautiful way.
I think he needs those accolades.
And he's my manager, by the way.
Hey!
Even with his very busy schedule, he still has time to make sure that I'm not just everywhere. I'm not granting interviews.
That's
anyhow.
why you said he
I had to explain that. Do you know this lady? You know, I told you about her. She wore that gold dress. I know what you wore that day. She wore that gold dress with the gold stuff that I really liked. I went there to ask for the lady for the outfit and everything. He said, "Oh, okay, no wonder you are going." Because trust me, I turned down interviews because I have a very sensitive part of my my childbirth. I've not really told the world about what it really is, and I feel like a lot of people call me for that to talk about it. So he was like, "Do you have the interview question?" I said, "I'm like, I have everything. I just want to go and meet her. I want to see her again and everything." He's one of the most supportive people. He's always behind the scenes.
Thank you. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to your team. Congratulations to your family.
Thank you so
You've done
much.
extremely well. I'm extremely personally proud of you. And I would love some of your spices, and I can say so on air.
She wants to say that on camera. I deliver it. Yes, I will. I'll do that.
I love to cook,
them.
so I would love to have some of them and try them out
I'll
myself.
And of course, I owe her a food box.
Yes. Hey, and now we're going to the fun segment of this interview. I'm going to be asking her one trivia question very quickly. So the question goes like this: Nigeria has 36 states. Which one is the largest by land area?
Ogun State.
you went to your state or something.
Is it Ogun State?
No,
It's not Ogun
not
State.
at all. Oh, what do you call your own state?
No, my state is not Ogun State.
It's not
I'm
okay.
Ondo State.
Oh, okay.
By land area.
Yes, by land area.
Oh.
Check
Not
towards
Ogun
the north.
Abuja. No, Kaduna.
Last chance, just one more chance.
No, I don't want to disgrace myself. Please give me the answer, please.
Yes, 9 just states.
Oh no, I would never do that talk.
Yes, it's
But it's fine.
up there.
Wow.
Well done. Chef T is in the building.
Thank you.
Hi, bestie.
Hi, bestie. Thanks for having me on your couch.
Thanks for
I'm
coming.
grateful.
And we've had an upson time. Okay, we wrap this up. Thank you for watching. Thanks for watching Omon's Couch. I'm sure you're eager for another inspiring story. So click here to watch another episode or click here to subscribe. I will see you in the next video.